The Special Branch is the hidden intelligence-gathering arm of the police in Belfast. Their job is to give leads from informants to the ordinary detectives trying to solve murders like Pat Finucane's. But they operate in the shadows, an all-powerful, unaccountable force within a force. Although Special Branch knew Ken Barrett had killed Pat Finucane, they withheld this from the detectives investigating his murder.
I was heading the Patrick Finucane investigation. I didn't get a great deal of help now from Special Branch. And I had 20 detectives, very, very good detectives, running about North Belfast trying to pick up leads on this case.
Did you get any steers on any of the key suspects?
No leads, no directions at all really from them, which was quite unusual.
But 2 years later, one of Detective Superintendent Simpson's officers did learn all about Barrett. On the 3rd of October 1991, at Barrett's request, a Detective Sergeant, Johnston Brown, met him in a car. Barrett was offering his services as an informer.
So I asked him, who murdered Mr. Finucane? And he replied straight back, hypothetically, me. So, I mean, if he had a slap in the face, he couldn't have got my attention quicker.
According to Detective Sergeant Brown, Barrett then described in detail how he'd shot the solicitor.
I remember turning around in the car and looking at him. And he was sitting with his hands and his eyes blazing, just pump, pump, pump. He put his hands down into the footwell of the car and he was holding an imaginary gun. And you could see where he was discharging the gun into Mr. Finucane's head. He was reliving it. It was actually happening again to him. By his very actions, he was expressing how he had enjoyed it. He was boasting about it, gloating over it. And he said that as he was pumping the bullets into this man's face, they were coming back up out of the stone floor, and he was still dodging them in the car because he was reliving this trauma. There's no doubt about it. And when he sat back in the chair, he said, nothing I say is evidence here. He's right.
Barrett was right, because the confession was not taken under police caution. Nevertheless, it was a starting point in getting him locked up for murder, which is how Detective Sergeant Brown saw it. But with him in the car was a Special Branch officer.
He made it clear, there's nothing new here. We know he done it. We know he done it. Move away from it.
Move away from it?
Move away.